Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for checking out UHS Talk tonight. Whitfield Girls Soccer on tap for you to begin at 7 p.m. here from the beautiful pitch at Bill Power Stadium. It is the Thomas Jefferson Lady Jaguars and your Uniontown Lady Raiders set to do battle in the space of just about 12 minutes. Joshua Scully here with you tonight, alongside Jonathan Guth, joining us once again from the Uniontown Herald-Standard. We also have with us in the press box at Bill Power Stadium the one and only Donald Bill. He is going to be your timekeeper, and the voice of Uniontown Soccer, Randy Randolph, will be working your PA tonight. John, we're very excited for this matchup. A good Thomas Jefferson team coming in to take on the Lady Raiders. The Uniontown Lady Raiders looking for their first win this season, and what a statement it would be to make it tonight.
Yes, it would, Josh. I covered the game Monday with the Lady Raiders in Laurel Highlands, and it was 3-1 at the half. The Lady Raiders showed some promise. Sarah White's one player you're going to look out for. She had a beautiful goal on a free kick, But Thomas Jefferson is definitely battle-tested. They're a good squad. They have defeated Laurel Highlands. I believe the score was 5-2 earlier this year. Well, actually, it was just a week ago on last Wednesday. So, gonna be a challenge, but anything's possible. Uniontown definitely shown that they have some speed. The runs were good. They just had to do a little bit better of maintaining possession and finishing in that final third, and that's just one situation that they're working on, and Coach Emily Baker is just trying to put it together. A lot of coaching changes for Uniontown girls soccer over the years, so hopefully Coach Baker can kind of get a little bit of consistency going and keeping these girls in the program.
Excellent breakdown pregame for us, John. We are going to keep the camera in on the Lady Raiders warming up. We are otherwise going to mute our system and do a final tech check to make sure everything is broadcasting as it should. We are on pace to begin this match in just 10 minutes, so stick with us. Feel free to share this link, and we will be live again in just a moment with sound. In the meantime, we'll keep the audio rolling. We will be muted, and please feel free again to share that we are live tonight for the Thomas Jefferson Lady Jags in town to take on the Lady Raiders. We'll be back in just a moment.
per school. The purpose of this activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our broadcast this evening. We apologize for an error with the title. We know the title to this broadcast announces that it is a volleyball match from last week. It is not. It is a soccer match from Wednesday, September the 10th. Thomas Jefferson and Uniontown. We will correct that title as soon as time allows. For the pregame information, we're going to defer to our public address here at Bill Power Stadium, the voice of Uniontown soccer, Randy Randolph.
We respectfully inform our patrons that according to the Uniontown Area School District policy, tobacco use and/or smoking is prohibited in or upon the school district's buildings and grounds. Compliance with the school district policy is expected and will be deeply appreciated. Thank you. Also, I'd like to welcome the folks from the Thomas Jefferson area here this evening. Glad you had a safe trip down, as well as the folks from Uniontown. Hope you enjoyed this evening's contest. It's a beautiful
Well, Mr. Scully is just trying to check out our technical part of this, and I guess we're looking pretty good, right, Mr. Scully?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great, and ready to play. I did want to say you had mentioned Thomas Jefferson coming in, being a pretty solid squad. They have lost 2 times this year, but so they have a 3-2 overall record. They're 1-0 in the section. Well, they did play Oakland Catholic last night. I will admit I have to check that score. However, they had defeated, like I said, Laurel Highlands. But their 2 losses were to a very tough Upper St. Clair Quad A school that actually has a player committed to Wake Forest named Natalie DeSoro. I believe she has some ties to Fayette County, so that's interesting. She plays for the Riveters in Pittsburgh. She played this past summer, and Franklin Regional. So they've been, as they say, battle tested. So their 2 losses aren't indicative of the type of squad they have. And just looking here, they are coached by, I believe, Sean.
Head coach for Thomas Jefferson is Sean Richter.
That's what, Sean Richter. And they athletic director, a guy that's for the other football that we're familiar with in Uniontown, by a gentleman by the name of Bill Cherpak. He's the athletic director. Has been there for a while, and they always they have a nice athletic program at Thomas Jefferson, really in all sports. So we expect a tough challenge out of Uniontown. Uniontown, of course, our athletic director is is the Harry Kaufman.
Yes, sir. And
a little fun fact: Harry Kaufman was on a team that defeated Thomas Jefferson 27-0 back in 2001. So Harry was a big part of that squad, and we're glad to have him wearing this. Well, he doesn't wear suits to school, but he's out of the football uniform and into the more casual look. But great job by Harry, and we want to appreciate everybody for giving us this opportunity, Josh. Like I said, I've not seen Thomas Jefferson live, but I expect a lot of possession. And a pretty talented squad, of course. I think technically they'll probably have a little bit more just because Uniontown's a young team and trying to get everything together. but Uniontown's going to have to rely on that athleticism. They have some some cross-country runners, Charlie Murtha, Sadie Hostetler, and Charlie actually won yesterday. So Charlie and Sadie do a lot of running, Josh, in the afternoon, and then they come here and play at night. So these girls' legs, I'm sure, are a little bit tired, but obviously it's good shape to have that, and conditioning for them is great.
Absolutely, and we are just moments away from beginning. We will defer again to the public address, the voice of Uniontown Soccer, Randy Randolph, for our starting lineups.
Sophomore, number 1, Allie King. Senior, number 5, Aubrey Little. Senior, number 8, Samantha Maglico. Senior, number 10, Cameron Marcinko. Sophomore, number 15, Aubrey Mahoney. Sophomore, number 18, Kayla Marcinko. Sophomore, number 19, Vivian Barron. Senior, number 26, Anna Condos. Senior, number 29, Addison Fenlock. And rounding out the starting lineup, senior, number 34, Natalie Narr. The Lady Jaguars are led by head coach Tom Richter, assistant coaches Darren Marcinko, Matt Muxler, and Jess Spina. Now for your Uniontown Red Raiders. Junior, number 3, Kendall Mills. Senior, number 5, Sarah the Scrapper White. Junior, number 7, Sadie Hawkins Hostetler. Sophomore, number 10, Charlie Jane Murtha. Sophomore, number 12, Eleanor Bucky Blades Carey. Junior, number 14, Isabel Roderick. Sophomore, number 16, Chrissy the Sly Jacobs. Junior, number 20, Gracie Little Girl Perkins. Excuse me, that's pretty girl, Perkins. Sophomore, number 22, Abigail Horner. Sophomore, number 28, Brooklyn O'Brien. And rounding out the starting lineup, freshman, number 30, Amy Zahela. The Red Raiders are led by head coach Emily Baker, assistant coach Allison Kell, assistant coach Steve Jacobs, and we are led also by our athletic trainer, Gladys Maka. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise, gentlemen, removing your caps? Before we get started with the national anthem, in light of all the tragedies, like the wildfires, and the flooding that's happened, and just the tragedies around the world, I'd like you to all pause for a moment of silence before the singing of this national anthem in memory of these folks. see by the dawn's early what so proudly we at the twilight's mystery, who brought bright and bright songs through the perilous fight. O'er the rainbow we were so gallantly free, and the road is fragrant, the boundless sea. They proved to the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land and the free, in the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to my left. Once again, the ultimate scorekeeper, Mr. Don Bell. All the way to my left, we have in the booth for the very first time, Mr. Josh Scully and Mr. John Booth, going over Red Raider Talk Nation, I believe, that's what it's called, for a broadcast this evening. And once again, I'm back for my 15th year as the host of the Uniontown Red Raider soccer program. Eleanor, are you ready? Sarah, are you ready? Kendall, with the blows flowing through the air, are you ready? Let's everybody soccer!
Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium on UHS Talk. Joshua Scully alongside Jonathan Guth from the Uniontown Herald Standard tonight. The Thomas Jefferson Lady Jags are in their white kits, gold trim and number. The Uniontown Lady Raiders in their home maroon uniform, white trim and number, and we are ready to get this match started. 40 minutes on the clock. And John, we're hoping for an exciting match here tonight. 70 degrees, a beautiful evening in Uniontown, PA for this one.
Yes, Josh, after that summer, I could use a few cool days, and I'm sure these ladies could. It gets hot out there. I mean, you're running pretty much non-stop for 40 minutes. A lot of sprinting and then kind of working your legs. So, I mean, so I'm sure they're going to enjoy the conditions out here tonight. As Thomas Jefferson playing the ball, like I said, Josh, they would be doing this a lot, I believe, a lot of possession.
Through the midfield and a shot off a Lady Jag's head. Ball going to come our wing. That's number 34, Natalie Nahr, working at middle. Here's our first attack at the goal from the box, and a great block by Kendall Nels. And Nels will seize control of the soccer ball. Great move by Nels. You need more than a claw hammer to get one past her. Here's the goalie kick. This one sent back out to the midfield, and the Lady Jags are on it. Raiders trying to get it out of their own zone, working well off the goal. Ball at the midfield, going to move to our sideline, and this is going to be a through ball and out of play. And an opportunity here for the Lady Raiders. Uniontown looking for their first win this season, taking on a Thomas Jefferson team currently at the top, at least as far as the Tribune Review is concerned, of 3A Section 3. Good move here by Charlie Murtha off the foot. Murtha going to try to track this one down, looking for the tackle, cannot quite get there. Ball far sideline now across the midfield. Murtha jumps it, and now the Lady Raiders have something cooking. The Jags trying to cut them off, and they will. Back line for the Jags going to send this one back to their own goal, and they will reset themselves out of the box. Ball going to move our way. Lady Jags here in the early stages of this contest. Early doors tonight here at Bill Power Stadium. We started at 7:07 p.m. Thank you for joining us on UHS Talk. We are planning on broadcasting. Good tackle here by the Lady Raiders, but the ball gets through, and now the Lady Jags with a solid opportunity. 3-woman rush. Here's the attack at the goal. And that is in for the Lady Jaguars. They will strike first.
Now Thomas Jefferson 1, Uniontown 0. Also give a shout out to Mr. Joe Walkup for getting everything set up for this evening's contest.
I believe that goal, Josh, was by number 8, Samantha McLicko. If I am incorrect and anybody wants to correct us, I apologize. But she wears the captain's band. It has her as a forward. Just a great attack there. They had numbers and obviously they finished. And that was their second shot on the target. Kendall Nails made a nice save on the first.
Murtha and Jacobs in pursuit for the Lady Raiders as the Lady Jags look to retool this one. The dribble coming into the midfield, pass ahead center, going to be jumped there by Uniontown's number 20, Grace Perkins. Perkins sends it the other way, but the Lady Jags regain control. Dribble goes back to midfield. Now, working away, and a great stop there by Ellie Carey. Eleanor has this one go off a leg and out of play, but Carey just oh so close to having that one under control and on the move toward the box against the Lady Jags. And John, we can't understate how valuable it would be for this Uniontown team to make a statement here out of the gate and pick up a goal early to keep this match as competitive as possible. This is a young Uniontown team taking on a seasoned Thomas Jefferson team that has already played some very good competition here so far this season. Working toward the box, the Lady Raiders trying to make something happen. This one gets cleared out, and now the Lady Jags heading the opposite way, far sideline. Little weave here, trying to work it through the midfield as the Lady Raiders recover.
And Josh, you had mentioned about that. Thomas Jefferson 2, you said top of rankings. I guess I'm going to name another newspaper. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there, the Trib. But I know they are a very solid squad. And they did win their last match, so they are 2-0 in this section here. Uniontown had a little bit of an opportunity there. I believe Murtha was in there, or excuse me, I think it was Murtha in there. But Thomas Jefferson obviously able to clear out of danger there.
Maglico moving it back to number 10, Marcinko, who has been involved in ball movement through the midfield. They're going to work the far sideline here, and that's going to be a through ball out of play, stopped at the Uniontown bench. Uniontown coached by Emily Baker, Allison Kell, and Steve Jacobs. Thomas Jefferson, of course, making the journey down the 51 corridor to be with us tonight on a beautiful late summer evening. You will not find a better view from a stadium in Fayette County than the one we have here of the Chestnut Ridge at Bill Power Stadium. The Lady Jags fighting against this Lady Raider defense, John. So far, the Lady Raiders, you mentioned the team speed, especially from someone like Murtha. Jacobs, another good example, and we certainly saw some quickness there out of Carey. There is a lot of speed on this Lady Raiders team. Lady Jags going to drop this one back, see if they can't reset it, bring it through midfield to the middle. And the Lady Raiders are there. Murtha again going for the tackle, nearly taking away the ball.
And Josh, you had mentioned Eleanor Carey, and I know I've been saying this, I did this a lot in the volleyball, but a lot of dual sport athletes on this Lady Raider squad. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with the Thomas Jefferson team. However, I'm sure they have a lot of girls that play other sports. So these girls, they're competitors and they know how to do it. My point is they know how to play games. They're in that. Sometimes athletes just have that knack to play, and that's what these girls have.
Yeah, absolutely. John has brought to our attention that there are some individuals who have struggled to find the stream. Unfortunately, the stream is mistitled as we are anticipating, I believe, a corner kick at this point. And I have tried to get our camera to focus in on that point. To find our stream tonight, you're going to go to UHS Talk, and these are the directions I would encourage for anyone. You're going to go to UHS Talk, and you're going to click right on the UHS Talk icon, which will say live beneath the icon, and that will tap us into our feed. Unfortunately, due to some connection issues, and Nels lays out for that one, did not have to stop it as it goes wide of the woodwork. Due to some connection issues earlier, we were not able to retitle the feed, but we will work on that for you as the soccer ball rolls back to the high school.
Just on that shot, Josh, Aubrey Little, she was just wide there. Here she comes again. I believe that's
Yes, that was Aubrey Little with a goal for the Lady Jags, and Thomas Jefferson strikes again here to make this a 2-0 match in the early stages of play, the 33-26 mark, as a matter of fact. And the Lady Jags have shown how they have got their quick start this season with some fine play in the early goings. But the Lady Raiders, with an opportunity now, they trail 2-0. We do not yet have a score bug feature for this broadcast, so we'll be telling you the score in the minute as frequently as possible. We're at 33-14 right now and working our way through the first portion of play. The Lady Jags will reset here, drop this one back. Now they're going to work it our way. Ball gets moved to Marcinko. We've seen her involved early and often. They want to go middle, but the Lady Raiders are there. Good stop there for Uniontown. Now going for the tackle, Murtha, who's been very busy tonight. Hot on the heels of the soccer ball. Going to follow it back. And once again, we've seen the Lady Jags do this as necessary. They drop really far back into their own zone, even back into the box, and reset the play. But it's often resulted in these odd man breaks. And we have one nearly happening now. 3 men on the run. 3 women, excuse me. The kick is wide. That one was good for 3, John, as a matter of fact, as it goes through the field goal post.
Yeah, Samantha Glico with the shot on a little bit wide there, but just putting pressure on Uniontown. Kendall Nails, though, when I saw him play at LH, I believe I had 10 shots on goal for her that she had faced in the first 10 minutes. That's a lot. I mean, and I'm not trying to be too harsh. I'm just saying a lot to take, and she did a good job though of kind of settling in against Laura Highlands. We hope we can, she can obviously do that here tonight. But obviously a lot of pressure from DJ, and I think their record, they kind of show that they have the record they do with their ability here.
Lady Jags will be denied by Nels. Good job there by Kendall. She will jog this one out into the box and will send it away with her right foot. This one going to go to the Lady Raiders initially. Now the Lady Jags have control. Marcinko again getting involved. Quick pass to the middle to Maglico and then right back out. Now the Lady Jags will attack. Good stop there, and I believe for Uniontown, excellent footwork there by number 5, Sarah White.
Sarah White is a captain too, and I believe that she won the softball players, Josh, or am I mistaken?
There are a few young ladies with that last name who play softball. I do not believe that Sarah is one of them, but Sarah, of course, playing a really important position for this Uniontown soccer team as Charlie Murtha tries to get something going for Uniontown. The Lady Jags able to stop this one at midfield near the center line. Now they're going to move back to our wing. Ball nearly lost there, saved by Marcinko. Now she wants the big pass ahead, and it's going to be a race, and we have a whistle behind the play as Kendall Nels comes charging out to secure the soccer ball, and it's going to be an offsides call against the Jags.
You want to try to explain offside, Josh? Do you want me to do it?
John, we're going to turn that over to you. We'll let you take a spin at that.
Well, from my understanding, and I'm only saying this from a viewer standpoint, the last line of the fence, you have to, the ball has to go before, so you can't. I'll put it break it down easy. It's you can't cherry pick.
Correct.
So you have to, the player has to wait for the ball to come.
Right. The ball must advance first.
Yeah. So if I'm at the 40, I can't run down to the 20 and wait for my teammate to pass me. That would be way offside.
Correct.
And it gets it's kind of a little bit of a tough call to make just by the way of the angles and so forth. So you'll get a lot of complaints on that, especially the higher the stakes of the match.
Lady Raiders deep in the Lady Jags end. An opportunity here for Uniontown. They trail 2-0. We are into the 11th minute. Throw goes to near the corner of the box. Nice move there by number 12, Ellie Carey. But the Lady Jags are going to get the ball. However, Sarah White is going to deny. Big heel there for the stop. Now, Uniontown working on the box. They have an opportunity on the near wing. This one slides through to the sideline. Ball is going to get skipped to Allie King, who's just a sophomore, by the way. The Lady Jags goalminder, one of their younger players in this starting lineup. That's a through ball that gets away at midfield on the far side of the center line.
Yeah, and nice job by King, but you look at number 10, I believe she's Marcinko. Apologize on some of these names. I'm trying to learn these girls from TJ, but she did a good job of playing the ball back to her keeper. A lot of good defensive play and a smart play by them. But Uniontown had a run there. Eleanor Carey's been after it, and hopefully they can get one through. Sarah White definitely, as I saw Monday, has the leg to put it through if she gets a good shot.
Right now, Thomas Jefferson going to send this one down. Sarah White with a header, sending it the opposite way. Uniontown looking to get a foot on the ball. They can't quite get there. Now Thomas Jefferson again wants to be careful here with the offside situation. They won't have trouble this time sending the ball ahead, but it's Kendall Nels who steps out and scoops it up. Kendall Nels, such a nice job she has done. Did a really good job just a few nights ago against Laurel Highlands. Saw a lot of shots come her way. White has that one. Skip under a leg, and now Nels came out to play that one. We apologize for the camera. Panning to the left has proven to be a bit difficult, but we're working on that right now.
Aubrey Little with the goal there for Thomas Jefferson. Really just kind of Nails made it. Kind of took a little bit of a chance there. Unfortunately, it was a little out of position. But still, you got to be aggressive, and they were kind of coming on a rush there.
I'd like to welcome Mr. Harry Kaufman here this evening. He's our illustrious athletic director.
Charlie Murphy ready to go. Uniontown again working left to right. Thomas Jefferson right to left. Murtha at the center line, waiting for perhaps a substitution here. And we're going to confirm who we have checking in for Uniontown. That'll be number 30. Andy Zahala will check in. Ball will come back. The Lady Raiders want to get something started. They have it with striker Ellie Carey, who splits defenders now across the center line. Carey going to dodge a tackle, moves it in. And the Lady Jags get control of it ahead of the box. They're going to drop it back, as they so often have done, to their goalkeeper, Allie King. King going to start the play. They go towards center. Now the attack comes into the midfield. This is Marcinko, who we have seen early and often. She's going to move the ball ahead now. The Lady Jags on the attack. Dar going to back heel this one toward the center line, and the Lady Raiders jump it. Coming back our way now. A big pass that's going to get away, and the Lady Jags are going to take that one out of their own zone and clear it out of play. So we will see a reset there.
Uniontown is going to have a throw in here, Josh. Number 16.
Throwing for the Red Raiders.
Kristen Jacobs. Hopefully this kind of situation, they can get something going. The ball, try to place in a situation instead of trying to create off turnovers and transition, because right now they're having a little bit of tough time getting in that final third, the TJ zone for Uniontown. But here's another chance, but she's just a little bit off. There was that I'm not sure what it's calling here. Okay, so Uniontown's going to take the free kick here. Sarah White. And Sarah, as you can see, has a nice leg, Josh. She really put some in there. Obviously, you want to get a little bit more, but Sarah can do a good job with those free kicks.
Sarah White, such a valuable part of this Uniontown team. Ball will be dropped back near the Thomas Jefferson penalty box, and they're going to work off the far wing, coming to the middle now, and they will reset once again. We've seen the Lady Jaguars really prefer this style, where they essentially reset their entire team, move everybody into position, and then start the attack. Now they will come center mid. Ball near the center line. Big kick through, and this is going to be a leader. We'll see if Thomas Jefferson is able to capitalize on the break. They will not. Kendall Nels all over that one. And now Nels is going to send it away. She clears it out. The Lady Raiders, though, not quite able to secure it. Ball coming back the other way. Nels again in a difficult position, but she is able to secure the soccer ball.
And Sarah White playing back. And an interesting thing, Josh, on the roster, Sarah is a defender, a midfielder, and a forward, so I guess she pretty much goes wherever.
Absolutely. Box-to-box player, really can do it all. And here's White again involved in getting the ball away from the penalty box, although that was a header there, and Thomas Jefferson able to nearly take it back. Now Sadie Hostetler looking for Murtha near the center line. Murtha nearly able to take it away from a Jags defender who had stepped up and tried to secure that one, and the Lady Jags again will reset themselves. Score right now 3-0. We are into the 15th minute of play.
And then in this level, Josh, the score counts down, and you're in a college and professional, they count up. Just a little tidbit about the way, a little bit of the differences between high school and college and pro. And of course, high school games or matches are 80 minutes, 2 40-minute halves. College and upper levels are 45. So just a little bit of info on that.
That one nearly jumped by the Lady Raiders. The Lady Jags are going to bring it into the box. Attack comes and Nels.
Nice.
Good hands there, knocks this one down.
For those of you who might be a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty, our concession
Kendall Nelson's done a really nice job of being able to get ahead of some of these rockets. The Lady Jags have really laid into a couple. Nels has not been deterred by that. She has gotten right in front of these as the Lady Jags will look to reset themselves, drop the ball back toward their own box, and they're going to completely reset with the ball being moved back to King. Now King wants to come our way to Marcinko. Marcinko escapes one Lady Raider defender. Now they move ball to the middle of the field. Midfield here. Nice little move on a stutter step on the dribble. Now the ball comes back to the right back, and then they bring it to center back. Lady Jags taking their time here. 23 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Lady Raiders getting this one away, clearing it out there from midfield. Now the Lady Raiders looking for an opportunity for some offense, and it's the athletic Sadie Hostetler who launches one toward the penalty box, and this one is going to unfortunately skip away, and that one will be saved by the Lady Jags just before it leaves the field of play. Ball at midfield again. Thomas Jefferson wants to drop back and take the long field challenge here. They move it to Marcinko. Marcinko near our sideline, now drifting toward midfield. Nice dribble there and a good look to middle. The Lady Jags, though, again, are turned around by the Raiders. Uniontown has certainly been aggressive, and here's Charlie Murtha with a shot on goal, and that one is going to be denied by Allie King, and that's exactly what you want to see from the Lady Raiders here, capitalizing on a Thomas Jefferson miscue. I don't think they realized how quickly Murtha had closed the gap and had split two Lady Jaguar defenders and gave the Raiders a look at the goal there.
And Thomas Jefferson has been patient, kind of moving the ball around. But if you get that chance, Josh, and you bury a goal, they're going to start being a little bit more tight. I mean, right now they're feeling pretty good. They're moving the ball around, and Uniontown isn't getting many opportunities. But Charlie Murphy with the first shot on goal for Uniontown, keeper makes a save. And just a little piece of, if anybody from Thomas Jefferson's listening, I guess we have two Marchinkos, Josh, a Kayla, number 18, and a Cameron, number 10. I see Cameron with the armband for identifying her as one of the captains. So, but they've both been involved in much.
Opportunity here for the Lady Jags, denied. Good tackle there from the Lady Raiders, but they need some more help. Shot at Nels, goes top corner off the woodwork, no good, and we get a whistle there at the conclusion of play. Good looking shot trying to get the ball to where Nels could not be.
Natalie Nair with the shot there that hit the woodwork or crossbar. Just a good opportunity, Josh. I'm proud of you for using the woodwork. I had explained that to you a couple of days when we were talking about this game, and yeah, it's I guess back in the day it used to be wood, but
yeah,
not anymore. But
yeah, I appreciated that story. Kind of interesting to see how the game has changed. Here's Marcinko. This is Kayla Marcinko. She's going to try to curl this one in on a cross. That one's going to be denied by the Lady Raiders. Ball works away, far sideline. Now deep on the opposite side, coming back to the middle. Lady Raiders with plenty of defenders in the way, and they're going to try to clear this one out. Ball goes back to midfield. Murtha there trying to get control of it. Now the ball moved ahead, and I believe on the far sideline, this is Sadie Hostetler who was there with an opportunity. And the Lady Raiders are going to drift back into their positions and try to get ahead of the soccer ball here as they go to midfield. Ball going to come back, and Murtha again able to jump one. Murtha with her left foot drags the ball away, and now Murtha trying to create an opportunity on the far sideline. Murtha moving the ball ahead. Murtha going to outsprint two Lady Jags and keep it. Now Murtha is pushed away, and Thomas Jefferson able to regain control of the ball, but this one escapes by the Thomas Jefferson bench.
Yeah, we're halfway through the first half, Josh, and I've noticed I don't believe any calls. I know there was an offside or two there, but from my notion, no really much much contact. It's been pretty clean game, which you like. Obviously, sometimes it gets physical, but still, you don't want to see any kind of chippiness. But I think these ladies are playing it pretty fair. Martha, obviously, as we said, her running across country, she's not going to get tired. So if they can hopefully, Uniontown can try to, get this a little bit closer. Hopefully, in the later stages of the game, they're gonna still have their legs under them. That's the ideal situation.
Martha able to poke her right foot in, take the ball away, and send the ball toward Allie King. King was ready for it though. The netminder for Thomas Jefferson, dressed in red. Hard to see sometimes against the Red Raiders print across what would be the end zone on the football field, but she is standing mid-net right now. Thomas Jefferson going to threaten on our side before number 30 for Uniontown. That's Zahala, able to get in front of this one, and the ball will again roll back to King. This has been an ongoing theme so far for Thomas Jefferson, although they do seem to prefer that. They're going to use the far sideline. Now they'll come toward the middle. Murtha is there, trying to get the ball under control, and Murtha also very close to taking that one away. Thomas Jefferson, though, in business. Going to try to split defenders here. Big lead off ahead now. Zahala. Check that. White trying to cut off the ball. Number 34, Nar, once again advancing it on our wing, but it is White who gets ahead of it, and White's going to skip this one to midfield. Murtha nearly able to take it away. Murtha will take it away. Ball goes back across the center line, and Uniontown so close there to having a break. That could have been 4-on-3 pretty easily. Thomas Jefferson able to escape that with no damage. Coming back across the center line now. Ball moves middle. Now ahead, Nar. Too much on that one, and it's going to be an easy track down for Sarah White, but Nar tries to jam her body in at the play. At the very conclusion there, she nearly split Nels and White. Ball coming back toward Nels now. Nels off the goalie kick. That one is going to go wide, and that one rolls all the way back to the high school. That ball is now in the math department, John, so we're going to reset that.
That's a department, Mr. Smalley, that I never like to be in, and I will never want to be in it again as long as I'm on this earth. But yeah, great job by Sarah White. I know I don't want to sound like a broken record, keep saying that, but she's getting back and making plays. She's moving the ball forward. Obviously, so far you haven't been able to catch in, but it's a great job.
Much appreciated.
Sarah White.
I do believe he's from Thomas Jefferson. Okay, you folks from
The
Thomas
senior
Jefferson.
for Uniontown, as John pointed out, she is listed as doing everything, and we've seen her do plenty so far in this matchup tonight between Thomas Jefferson and Uniontown. 3-0 your score, 16:42 remaining in the first half. Weaving through some traffic, Marcinko going to roll one, but White is there. White so valuable in front of the net, helping out Nels. This is a good, strong move out to Hostetler, but the Red Raiders are not quite able to get it under control. Ball rolls through and to the opposite sideline between the Uniontown and Thomas Jefferson benches. Uniontown, of course, under the direction tonight of Emily Baker, Allison Kell, and Steve Jacobs. And we want to thank Mrs. Jacobs, too. Mrs. Jacobs, if you happen to listen to this later, thank you for all you've done for our press box over the years. I know that she knows exactly what we mean. Here's a throw-in. This one going to be taken off ahead and back toward the Uniontown bench, scooped up there.
Josh, we're coming on under 16 minutes here to play in the first half, 3-0 Thomas Jefferson. And, Uniontown is battling, and they're just a couple balls that TJ got through, and I'm really no fault of Kendall Nails. I don't think anybody could have stopped those shots. And one was kind of a little bit of a play where she got, unfortunately, a little bit out of position. But Uniontown on the run here.
Sadie Hostetler going to lead the charge on the far wing. Hostetler, full speed ahead, gets tangled up at the very end as she approached the far corner of the box. Not quite able to finish there, but Sadie Hostetler, oh so very fast, and had no trouble controlling the ball as she sprinted down the field. Right now, Thomas Jefferson again trying to move the ball on the far sideline. They're going to look middle, and the Red Raiders are ready. Ball goes between a couple of bodies. Ricochet now. We could see some trouble. It's going to be Nair. Wants to lead the charge. Zahala going to curl around and cut her off. Ball goes back toward the middle. Now down the stripes, this one a big lead, and this one will just be saved deep corner. Great job there by the Jags, and then off a body, Claire Schoner stepping over.
Kayla Marchenko again.
She's been very busy tonight.
Kayla and Cameron, same last
We
name.
have a legend in our midst.
I assume maybe they're
Country coach for
their
the Uniontown
sisters or
Raiders,
some kind of relation,
Mr.
but I could be wrong. Looks like the Jags are going to, Josh had their first corner kick, and that is the first corner kick for either team tonight. So we'll see what happens. They're going to try to get it in here and try to put it on a nice cross here to bend it. And
out of the corner, that one is initially denied. The Lady Raiders there had really packed in a little wall defense. Here's a shot at Nels. Nels uses the body again. Another stop by Kendall Nels. And the Lady Raiders just get this one out of play back into the corner. And we are working to pan our camera as far to the left right now as we can be. We appreciate your patience with us tonight. This is our first time setting up in this capacity. So we are actively working out the kinks on the throw in. White going to use her head to knock it down. Good defense here in the corner for Uniontown. And the Lady Raiders are going to look to get this one out. Ellie Carey, the very spry Ellie Carey, will kick this one down the track. And it's going to roll back toward us above the home side here at Bill Power Stadium. Ball comes right back in. Working out of the box. Big shot here by Carey. Carey's going to send that one way back into the Lady Jags zone, and the Lady Jags will begin from midfield, coming down the near sideline. Little lead in here, and now a kick toward the middle is going to be nearly collected by the Lady Jags, 1-on-4 practically, but Uniontown now able to get this one under control. White again clearing it out. Ellie Carey involved as the ball ricochets between two players, and now the Lady Jags want to take a shot. That one a roller that does not get through. And on our side, it'll be the Jags again trying to work side to side and not having much success. The Lady Raiders very quick to get into position. And despite a few, John, you had mentioned early on, a few got through against Kendall Nels. But really, Nels has been tremendous. And Uniontown has done a very good job of making this as difficult as possible for the Lady Jags. And now the Red Raiders just need to generate a little bit of offense. You go into the break 3-1. I think this is anybody's ball game. Ball comes back to midfield, and here's the Lady Jags again. They're going to load up to our wing. This is Marcinko. Kayla once again going to move toward the box. Now gets it to the middle, approaching the penalty zone. This ball going to be passed in. They wanted the right wing. Not quite able to get there.
At this level, 3-0 is not insurmountable. But you don't want to go down anymore, and like you said, you want to try to generate something. Even if they don't get one in, just to get some chances. By my count, and this is totally unofficial, I have one shot on goal for Uniontown. Mirth, I believe, took that. Thomas Jefferson, I believe, had 8. So Kendall Nails has made 5 saves. Also active, I just wanted to point out in a couple of those plays, getting the ball out of danger, there was Ellie Carey and Claire Shaner for Uniontown, and Ellie, her dad's Joe Carey, trying to get me back in shape, Josh, and he's good with running and stuff.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, so good to see that family here, and obviously their kids have the athletics in their genes, as they say.
Little collision here.
It looks like Uniontown, was that 21?
I believe that was 21. Schoner,
and
right near the byline.
So it looks like Thomas Jefferson's
Corner kick for the Jaguars.
We have a corner here.
Ball will come out of the corner. They go middle. The Lady Raiders do a good job clearing it out. And now Uniontown on the attack. This is what you want to see. The Raiders had some numbers there. Now they're just battling to get the soccer ball away from their goal. Coming back the other way. Now Thomas Jefferson. This is going to be 2 for the Lady Jags. Cut off here momentarily by Mirtha. Mirtha giving pursuit. Ball gets moved to the middle, and it gets tied up between 2 players, both trying to get it under control. That was Sarah White for Uniontown. Nearly able to seize that one. Uniontown just looking for an opportunity here to maybe give Kendall Nels a chance to breathe. She's been under fire here for now a few minutes. We're at 9:51 remaining in our first half of play. And now finally Uniontown will get exactly what they want from Ellie Carey. a chance to create some breathing room here as the ball comes back to midfield, working away from the center line. Now, the Lady Jags want to reset. They drop it back near their own end, coming back across from midfield. Here's a move down the sideline. This one's going to get through. I don't think anyone's going to save that one, John. It's across the byline and out of play.
Yeah, Josh, probably I'd say 5 minutes, a lot of possession in the Red Raiders' end. I mean, not totally in the box, but, within 20 yards or so. And so good job for Uniontown to get clear their heads a little bit.
Yeah, you just want some breathing space there.
Just take a little bit here on this kick and try to get something, just some kind of established possession in this final 9 minutes and change here. And I was looking at Addison DiNardo from Thomas Jefferson. It makes me think, I wonder if that's a relation to Joe DiNardo. What do you think, Josh?
That's a great question, John. I actually have a relative. My cousin's wife is the granddaughter of Joe DiNardo, so I can always ask her and find out. Ball going to be moved to the sideline here. Gets through. Kelsey DiNardo. Maybe she's listening tonight.
Well, I honestly do not know the spelling, but we'll have to, I guess, check that when we get a break.
And I believe that was Miracle Mosley who nearly came out of the pile there with the ball.
And I believe Miracle, looking at that poster when I came in, Josh, she's one of 2 seniors, the other being Sarah White.
Yeah, so this is a young Uniontown team, absolutely. And they're trying to come out of the corner here.
Sarah White again. I mean, we've called her name multiple times. She's been playing more kind of a defensive role tonight, but as I had stated and we talked about, on the roster, she's listed as three positions, and she did score in the match I saw against Laurel Highlands. So Sarah obviously can pretty much do it wherever she's at. I don't know if we want to put her in goal yet, but
well, she's done a great job helping defensively. Definitely an opportunity here for her to do the same again, and she gets that one away. What a great effort!
Yeah, still, even though Josh are going to come away here with TJ with the throw in, I mean, the alternative of having them put that on goal is a lot better, of course. So great play by Sarah White getting back on defense.
Uniontown going to set themselves up defensively here, as John said. This one near the box, near the byline right now. Uniontown again playing a really good defense here, trying to keep the Lady Jags from even getting a good look. And John, I think that's worth mentioning too. Thomas Jefferson, and I hope I'm not about to give any sort of announcer's jinx as the Lady Jags. I won't say it just yet. It's Kendall Nels in front of that one once again. Great job by Kendall. Kendall has been fantastic tonight. Oftentimes under pretty heavy fire. She has not let many go through. And John, especially over the last few minutes, she has been excellent. 6:21 to play here in the first half. She has done a great job.
And I mean, unofficially, I have her with 6 saves, and in this game, that is actually a lot. And you just, I mean, balls can be put on and you collect them and stuff, but those are like right on target, and she has stopped them. And of course, the defense, I know we said Sarah White, but I mean, more players too are back there, but Uniontown doing a good job of keeping it out of any kind of danger to get any shots at Kendall. But like we said, we really need to the girls need to try to get some kind of offensive situation, whether it's just a nice ball that somebody can run to and get on a break. I think that's probably going to be how they're going to have to do it. But if they get that goal, then I'm pretty sure that the pressure will come, and well, that's what we're hoping. Of course, the pressure will come a little bit more Uniontown's way.
Absolutely, they try to go to sophomore Sarah Faye Fury, do the Lady Jags, and the ball out of play once again, going to be scooped up and thrown into play by Thomas Jefferson's number 28, Liliana Day. The Lady Jags have certainly been frustrated by this Uniontown team now for several minutes. 3-0 your score, 5 minutes to play. Ball going to move to the far sideline and out of play. Good effort again there for Uniontown. Staying with that one. Number 18, Bridmella Banquier. defensively strong there for Uniontown. Miracle Mosley again nearly able coming up with the ball. Ball will be dropped back. The Lady Jags now 4:35 to play in the first half. Nearly 40 minutes on the book. And the Lady Jags are going to play the long game. They bring it all the way back to their goalie. Their goalie, John, was dangerously close to midfield if anything had gone wrong. And they're going to move it back to her again. Allie King wants to go opposite direction. She moves it to her right. And now the ball comes off the right foot of the right back. Now they're going to try far sideline. And Uniontown again, strong defense there. That's Rigmula again steering the ball away. Ball far sideline. Thomas Jefferson trying to corral it. Ball will be dropped back to near the byline. The Lady Jags once again taking the long fill challenge off ahead there and now to the middle. Ball going to come to near the center line. Uniontown will have it under control. They want to reset themselves and they go to Sarah White. White going to dribble between a couple defenders. Great move there. And the Lady Jags able to come up with it off a pass momentarily. Nearly taken back there by Charlie Murth. The ball going to ping off a few players and now it's a foot race. Uniontown has won quite a few of these tonight. And that's Fury going to drop it back our way toward Day. Ball at midfield now near the center line. And Uniontown going to go to work with Ellie Carey. Carey launches one ahead. And it's a foot race once again. And Allie King has to drift dangerously near the end of the box to clear this one out. 3:10 to play here in the first half. Miracle Mosley nearly able to come up with it. Uniontown will come up with it. Ball to Mosley. Now they go middle. Working from the middle is going to be number 10, Charlie Murtha. She drops back to White. White's going to run point on this one. Big pass ahead. Uniontown wanted a break there. They nearly got one. They still might, John. And here's Uniontown now on the attack our side. Ball going to ricochet off a few Jaguars and come back out. The Lady Jags breathe a sigh of relief there. Now it's going to be Murtha with the tackle and the takeaway. Off her back heel. Moving it our way. Good look here for Uniontown. Working hard is Adeline Harisi. Harisi going to steer this one back. Uniontown now in the driver's seat here for about the last minute, and that one's going to get through. And, John, it's a foot race, and Allie King is way out, edge of the box, and just kicks it free, John. That's all she could do.
One thing I've noticed, too, Josh, last couple of chances when Uniontown was on the rush there, King comes out, and she decides to kick it, and she can, as far as I know, and if I'm wrong, it's not the first time, but she could go and corral that, pick it up.
I think, John, she was probably worried if she had spent even a half a second bending down.
That is true, too.
That could have got away from her very quickly.
And if you can keep the ball going, you always want to do that. You want constant fluid motion in this game. I'd just get the ball settled down and boot it to your team. Mr. Bell's son, Brandon, was a heck of a keeper in his day. Maybe I can ask Brandon for some keeper tips. But yeah, King has done a good job. She's only a sophomore, Josh, and 5'4". Not the tallest, but that doesn't always mean anything. But of course, you're defending a large object there, trying to keep a ball out going very fast. So sometimes it's nice to have some length and wingspan there. But she must obviously have done enough that her coach sees a lot in her. She's starting on a very good squad. So I'm not saying the height has anything to do with it, but a great job by King here. And looks like Uniontown, TJ, we're under a minute here in the first half, 3-0. Thomas Jefferson leads. Josh, Uniontown had some pressure there the last couple minutes. TJ's kind of slowing it down. I think they're probably content to go in the half. Of course, 3-0 lead. I mean, it wouldn't take that. Uniontown, it looks like they're just going to try to play it out. But if they can get a nice rush here, I'm sure they'll go for it.
Over 39 and a half minutes on the book here at Bill Power Stadium.
And the clock, Josh, even for a little bit of out-of-bounds play, does not stop in soccer. So, I mean, there are situations, of course, that it will, and normally it's usually injuries or an egregious foul. But it looks like they're going to play it back to King here, and she's going to boot it again, like I said. And I know she's liking to have a 3-0 lead at the half. Josh, and Uniontown's going to have to regroup and try to get some pressure, get a goal. But I do have to say, playing the team they're playing and giving up a couple early goals Uniontown has settled down and is in this match. They just need to get something to generate a little bit of spark on the offense.
Well, John, I couldn't agree with you more. Uniontown very much in this match against a good Thomas Jefferson team. Your score right now is 3-0. We are going to break for the half. Before we do so, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, and we have some sponsors we're going to share in the second half as well. HK Equipment Group, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown. That's MikeKellyToyota.com if you're interested in a new Toyota, perhaps for the holidays, John, a new Toyota. Magistrate Jason Cox, White House Cottages, that's White House Cottages LLC at gmail.com. Henry and Stewart Audiology Incorporated, Kurt's Family Restaurant, Constable Construction Incorporated, Gavco Materials Inc., Pump Station Construction, King Physical Therapy and Fitness, Marcon Building Supply Incorporated, First Federal of Greene County, Roderick Upholstery Mobile Unit, Rodehaver Excavating, Perkins Painting, and the Gillespie Funeral Home and Crematory. We'll take a short break here. At the half, we have about 8 minutes before we resume play. Thomas Jefferson 3, Uniontown nothing. We will mute the feed as we check on some technical details, and we will be back with you in the space of about 6 minutes. Thank you. Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium. The pitch quiet right now as we count down to the beginning of the second half. Your score, Thomas Jefferson 3, Uniontown nothing, but it was a very good first half. Uniontown with some real opportunity at the end of that time, and definitely some excellent defense throughout from Kendall Nels. Sarah White looking very good, playing a defensive position, of course, in front of Nels, really guarding the box, controlling traffic there. We want to share just a few more sponsors with you that have made this possible tonight. HK Equipment Group, Casey's Sports Cafe, Bright Stripe, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, the United Federal Credit Union, Fat Angelo's Pizzeria, Slater Design, All Around Fence Company, Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, McMillan Engineering Incorporated, Potter's Bar and Grill, United Bank, Clearly Spoken Incorporated, and Costello and Wooden Property Management. I'm going to turn it over to my partner tonight, Jonathan Guth. He is going to share with you some halftime statistics before we resume.
Yes, Thomas Jefferson with a 3-0 lead here at the half. The first goal came at 37:45 of the first half, and that was scored by TJ's Samantha McGlicko. And then with 33 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first half, Aubrey Little. And Little again, 27:50 remaining for a 3-0 lead. And since that point, obviously, Josh, as we said, Uniontown kind of clamped down, didn't give anything else up. Kendall Nails faced 9 shots on goal, made 6 saves, and King, Allie King, Thomas Jefferson, just 1 shot on goal. Charlie Murtha had that. King makes a stop, and TJ had 2 corner kicks. Uniontown with 0. I don't believe we had a foul, a couple offsides. Calls, but other than that, we'll just see what Uniontown can do. If they can get a point here, Josh, a tie or a draw, they do get a point, and in the standings in soccer, it's 3 points for a win, 1 for a tie or draw. So that could be something. It's not lost if you can get that point. And just for people, the Uniontown folks here, middle school team defeated Waynesburg 5-1 today. So we do have a middle school team here, and obviously they're doing some good things. It is a co-ed team, but good for these youngsters getting out there. So when they get here to the high school level, they can, have some experience. And that's what we need. I know there's activity in youth leagues, but bring those kids up. You got to have a feeder program, and obviously stay consistent with it. But Josh, we'll get back to you. Your nice call as always. How's it feel to be doing a soccer match? I know you've done them before, but...
well, John, I've been out of practice. I've probably not done this for soccer, I would guess, nearly since the Bush administration. It's been a very long time. So I'm glad to be back.
HW, I mean...
Well, it would have to be W.
Yeah, if it's HW, I'm going to say we were 5 then, but
yeah.
I understand.
But you make a good point, John. Thomas Jefferson did run into some trouble early with the offsides call. And after that point, their attack at the Uniontown netminder, Kendall Nels, did seem to change. They became a little more conservative, and I think Nels settled into that just fine. Now, Nels really had to weather quite a long storm at one point in that first half, as the second half play now underway, and your score is indeed 3-0. But quite honestly, I thought the Uniontown defense was excellent as the ball is going to be brought down the near sideline by Thomas Jefferson. Again, now Thomas Jefferson will work from the perspective of our viewers from left to right, and they are in the white kits, the Lady Raiders in the maroon kits. And here's a great effort here from White to give some help again to Nels. Nels going to clear this one out pretty nicely. And we'll drop back to the goal. And a great stop there for Uniontown. Full body shot and knocked down. That was number 22 for Uniontown. And John, you might be able to help me with that. I do not have her on my roster.
Abby Horner, Josh, number 22. And yeah, Abby, good job of the block. That you got to be careful a little bit though, because you get your hands there, you may get a handball. Abby didn't do that, but good stop there. Kendall got a little bit out of sorts there, but good job by her team to get her out of harm's way here. TJ back with the possession. Kind of Josh, same game plan. I would think why, what did I say? If it ain't fixed, don't
Don't break it. If it ain't fixed, don't break it, John.
Yeah, I know, very bad grammar here on a broadcast. But anyway, that possession, Josh, moving the ball from defense to mid to forward. I mean,
yes,
they're very patient with it. But like I said,
there's a
steal there by Hosteller. You get that position broken down, and there's going to be some issues.
Great opportunity here for Jacobs, who nearly is able to seize that one off her heel. Ball will get away to midfield. John, you make a great point. Thomas Jefferson has been very deliberate with their offense at times, resetting with the defense freely. Ball coming here at Nels. Big stop needed, and Nels does it. Tough as Nels. Put away your claw hammer. Nels turns this one away. Ball moving to the byline, deep. Now I'm going to come out of the end zone here, and this one goes to midfield. Good work here for Uniontown's number 12, Ellie Carey, getting that one under control. Now she's going to lead Hostettler. John, we might have a 3-on-2. Hostettler down the near sideline. Going to try to work this one in. Little crossing pattern here to beat a defender to the middle. Working it ahead to Jacobs. This one going to skip toward the box. And now steered away by the Lady Jags, and a great effort.
Yeah, wonderful job by Kendall, Josh, to come out and challenge that. And that was a run. I mean, the TJ player, I didn't see her number, but yeah, she was coming right in on her. So great job by Kendall there to be aggressive. And then Uniontown, like you said, Josh, comes out with a break. Couldn't really get anything going in that third part of the field, but they still got the ball. They got a throw in here, so hopefully they can try to work something in and get a shot on target here.
Ball off the sideline. Uniontown still attacking against a pretty strong Jaguars defense. Uniontown really has tested them, though, over the course of the more recent stages of the game. The Lady Jags trying to get this one away from the box. No luck yet. Uniontown, by the way, has several players who have done an excellent job on both sides of the pitch tonight. No question about that. Sadie Hostettler, the very quick Sadie Hostettler, one of them. Now this one will be dropped back. Ball going to be brought midfield, now away from the center line. And a little tie up here. Good dribble there by the Lady Jags to get that one away from Uniontown. And now we've got a break. It's a quick one now coming down the near sideline. They're going to challenge Nels. Nels with a nice move to force it out, but the ball is brought back in for the score. And that's going to make this one a 4-0 lead for the Lady Jags. Hey, great work there for Kendall Nels. Nearly forced that one completely out of play. Got to tip your cap to the Lady Jags. That was number 24.
And I do not see her name on my roster.
I have 24 as Chloe O'Hare.
Okay, well, yeah, it is Chloe O'Hare. So, they get the 4-0 lead here. And we're at 35-41. Just kind of got a step, Josh, on the defense there, Chloe O'Hare, and it was her and Kendall, and she just made a nice move there. Really not much Kendall could do on that, though.
Kendall nearly had a stop. Really, not only nearly had a stop, but nearly had a really great misdirection, forced O'Hare to go wide. And if O'Hare had not acted when she did, a few Uniontown defenders were about to close in on her. Now Sarah White, the senior, will help Nels here. Nels is going to scoop it up and kicks this one away from the end of the box. Good job by the Lady Jags knocking the clearance down, but Uniontown going to have it momentarily. Here's Hostettler again, who's off out of the half break, playing really well. This one is going to be steered back by the Lady Jags. Here's O'Hare again. Pass goes to the middle. Now it's a 3-on-3 situation. Ball comes back to our wing. O'Hare is going to try to pop one up off the top of her foot, but Kendall Nels will have none of that. And Nels is going to drive this one back out. Uniontown again just looking for an opportunity. Here's one off the head of Jacobs. Murtha nearly able to seize it. Still might. Murtha going for the tackle. Nearly had a great wraparound tackle with her right leg. Murtha just never out of energy, continuing to be in pursuit here, chasing the ball to our sideline. Now Murtha will jump it and got tied up, John. And Murtha is still on the move, and it's Charlie Murtha, and Murtha finally denied. Murtha had essentially even been held there momentarily by a Lady Jag and still was able to catch up to the ball. Now Thomas Jefferson trying to make something happen. The lead to O'Hare, going to be outsprinted by the Lady Raiders, and that one is kicked away. We want to thank our sponsors tonight, HK Equipment Group, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, MikeKellyToyota.com, Magistrate Jason Cox and White House Cottages LLC. You can check them out and contact them for more information at whitehousecottagesllc@gmail.com. Substitution here for Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson again in the white kits tonight. They're working left to right. The Lady Raiders in their home maroons. 33-24 left to play. This kick will, no, this is a throw-in, excuse me, from the sideline. And now the Lady Raiders nearly able to take that one away. Kerry wanted to go to Hostetler.
Josh, Allison Wojnar just checked in for the Lady Jags. But I wanted to say that Ron O'Hare, she's been going down on that right side, Josh, really with a lot of speed. She got free that one time and got a goal, but Sarah White back there making a play. I know if we said Sarah White's name in one of those, well, maybe I shouldn't say drinking pop games, we'd be spelling drinking a lot because Sarah's been really playing well, and it's been deserved, of course, but good job by the Lady Raiders. And Charlie Murtha, I mentioned, her being a cross-country runner in the motor going, but Charlie's got some speed too. She's not just all endurance.
Absolutely. Charlie Murtha has been
and she's a basketball player
tonight.
too, so excited to see what Charlie can do on the court this winter, Josh. I'm sure you are too as a basketball coach.
Yes. Great family, Charlie Murtha, great athlete.
And her sister Paisley runs cross country too. So
Thomas Jefferson going to threaten here, but this kick goes wide.
Yeah, that was taken Aubrey Little. She's been pretty active. As far as my had a couple goals first half, Josh, but that one sailed just wide. What are your take from this, Josh? First 10 minutes here. I mean, almost 9 minutes. Obviously TJ got the goal, but I still think Uniontown, the sales aren't out of.
No, absolutely not. I think
yeah.
Uniontown has had opportunities, will have opportunities here. Their athleticism has really created some chances for them. We've seen Hostetler and Murtha both create opportunities really on their own at two different points so far in this half. 31-14 left to play. 4-0 your score. This one goes up high and is just out of reach of Kendall Nels. We had seen Thomas Jefferson try Nels high in the first half, and Kendall had gotten to those. This one able to slip over the top. 5-0 now your score in favor of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Thomas Jefferson, of course, coming to us down the 51 corridor. Thomas Jefferson High School, part of West Jefferson Hills. That school district consists of Jefferson Hills, Pleasant Hills, and West Elizabeth. And they have a beautiful new high school, John. You may have seen it. You may have had a chance to visit. It is a tremendous campus modeled, as a matter of fact, on Thomas Jefferson's home, Monticello, in Virginia. A really, really beautiful building, and I think probably these Jaguar players are quite pleased to call that school their home.
Are these recent additions, Josh?
This is a brand new building, John, that just opened within the last few years. The old high school has been demolished.
I don't believe I've seen that, so I guess I'm going to have to make a trip down there.
Joe, you're going to run after the little one now?
But I did want to say on that last goal, just to Thomas Jefferson, I believe it was number 8, Samantha Madglico, I believe that's how that's pronounced. Nice job by her. Kendall got up, Josh, on that, but just kind of Samantha just
very close
snuck that in there, and those balls. I mean, people don't realize probably looking at it afar. That's a big space there. Josh said the keeper had to.
It really is.
And Coach Baker and I were talking. Emily Baker after the Laurel Highlands game. She said, you're not like winning some games, but we're trying to win little specific battles, and
they have done that tonight, John. They have absolutely done that tonight. We're going to see a stoppage here. I thought for one moment we may even have an injury at midfield, but everybody appears to be okay. And the Lady Raiders here are going to have a kick from number 5, Sarah White.
She's from we're about 56 yards out.
That's right. Big kick from White, and it's on goal, John. She booted it all the way there. Allie King must be feeling a little cold out there. She's got her parka on now.
Well, we mentioned King, or at least I had mentioned it, Josh, scoring against Laurel Highlands a little bit closer. But I mean, they need a kicker on the football team. Maybe Sarah can jump in. I know they have a kicker. I'm not picking on the young man. I'm just saying. Nice leg for Sarah right on that, Josh.
Yes.
Nice boot.
Incredible. And directly on goal, too. King had to make a play on it. The Lady Jags back to their very purposeful style.
Josh, what's your distance for kicking field goals or punting?
Oh, John, I would have no idea, to be honest with you, and my doctor probably doesn't want me to find out. Here's Chloe O'Hare. Going to take it down the sideline, but no. Off the wing, and Nels comes charging out into the box to seize it. Ball going to be sent to Hostetler, and off of her toward midfield. Now an opportunity here for the Lady Raiders. It's Hostetler again. Look at the speed, John, down the sideline. Creating an opportunity here. Now, on our wing, ball still with Hostetler. Steered away, gets it back to Carey. Carey going to lose it to Aubrey Little.
If you look at this, Josh, TJ's just got one girl up. And hey, I'm not, it's smart. They're protecting a lead. So a lot of girls back.
O'Hare's effort to get a cross in there, not going to happen. And then the Jaguars send this one out of play to to Grant Street Park. And we're going to sign the soccer ball up for summer basketball out there, John.
Josh, if we kick it a little bit further, we're at my house. But yeah, I like going by Grand Street now. It's a nice little drive for me. And when I had to go to the high school, it's like, wow, it's not that far. So if I'm running behind, I only have a minute. I could even walk if I felt like it. So it's nice being in town, and I guess I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Another great kick there from White, finding Harisi near midfield, but the Lady Jags get it under control. Here's O'Hare once again, going to challenge White, and White spins it off a hill, and the ball goes back out near the sideline, and now this kick is going to be over top of everything. And now to play. Great effort by Sarah White. 27-14 left to play. 5-0 your score in favor of the Lady Jags. Uniontown has played, we're going to say, a really, really good last 28 or so minutes of play. They have been excellent. The Lady Jags struck for a few early, but Uniontown has really settled in and has given this Thomas Jefferson team, I think, everything they could want and more. From the corner of the box, now to center. Good block there by Uniontown, an opportunity nearly to take the ball away. Lady Jags are going to keep possession, reset themselves here, operating now middle. Here comes the ball, through the box, into the penalty zone. Going to be knocked away by Sarah White once again. And the Lady Jags will keep them coming. Nell's eventually going to get her hands on one, and she's going to lead this one out.
Judge, you had mentioned, if we had a count, and that's one count I don't have, on how many shots Sarah White has blocked, I'm saying minimum of 5.
I would agree. Sarah White has been very busy, has really helped this defense a great deal. Here's Murtha, nearly able to take that one away, had jumped a pass with her right foot, but the Lady Jags able to get control again, and they will pass between defenders, looking to go midfield. Now they're going to go far sideline. Now the attack is going to come from the opposite wing. Here's the Lady Jags leading the ball. They will get into the penalty box, and they're going to get too deep near the byline, and the Raiders are going to try to clear them out. Still working on that, though. The Lady Jags not giving up on this chance very easily. Ball going to be sent toward Nels. Now off of Sarah White's body. I believe that's White. Deep inside, helping out the netminder again, and this one will finally be sent out of play. Thank you for checking us out tonight on UHS Talk. This is our first time trying this style of broadcast, and we're hoping to do so again for our boys soccer team Tuesday. Less than a week away, and we'll be back with girls soccer again the week after that, and we promise we're only going to get better each time. All aspects of this, certainly, I hope. Ball thrown in on the far sideline and now launched near Nels. Ball will roll through the box. Kendall decides to stay back near the goal and let her teammates handle this one. And now here's an opportunity again for Uniontown. They have numbers working down our sideline. This is Carey trying to work the ball ahead to Harisi and steered away. Ball eventually kicked out of bounds by Anacondos for Thomas Jefferson. This one skipped in, and the Raiders are able to take control of it. Hostetler, nice work by her. Ball goes away, then comes back. Now a kick toward midfield. Just before the center line, the Jags take it away, And they pass to the far wing. Now the Jags will have an opportunity here. Through the box, a bullet toward Kendall Nels. Nels able to get ahead of it and get 2 hands on it. Now she'll kick it away. Back to Hostetler. Hostetler leading down the sideline. Has this one taken away by number 34 for Thomas Jefferson. That's a name we've not said for a few minutes at least, Natalie Nair. Ball comes back toward the middle. It's going to be Ellie Carey who comes out of the scrum with it, and the ball is sent to the opposite sideline. This is a through ball to the Uniontown bench.
Josh, we're 5-0 here. Thomas Jefferson, 23 minutes and 50 seconds counting. My unofficial total, 7 shots on goal in this half for Thomas Jefferson and 9 in the first for 16. So 11 saves for Kendall Nels, which anytime you get double-digit saves in a soccer game or match, whatever you want to call it, that's a big point. Obviously, like a little bit more chances for Uniontown in offensively. TJ is showing why they're 2-0 in the section, and I guess one of the top teams in the AAA.
Yeah, the Lady Jags, of course, very good, and an older team than this Uniontown squad. The Lady Raiders have done a great job here tonight with 23 minutes to play, representing themselves with a lot of energy and effort. And they have created, through that energy and effort, some opportunities. This ball going to be knocked down by Nair, and now Nair moves it ahead, back across the center line. The Lady Jags will play this one slow. Number 5, Aubrey Little, wants to reset, moves the ball into the Thomas Jefferson zone, and now we're back heading toward Kendall Nels. Here's Little. Nice little move there to get the ball ahead to the box. Now we're going to see a shot. And that one's going to come just wide of Nels, who was in good position if that ball had been on target. Nels, I think, easily makes that save. We want to thank a few of our sponsors again who have made this broadcast possible. Henry and Stewart Audiology Incorporated, Kurt's Family Restaurant, Constable Construction Inc., Gavco Materials Inc., Pump Station Construction, King Physical Therapy and Fitness, Marcon Building Supply Incorporated, First Federal of Greene County, Roderick Upholstery Mobile Unit, the Gespy Funeral Home and Crematory, Rhoda Haver Excavating, and Perkins Painting Incorporated. Lady Jags.
Now the Jags are, Josh, playing a system where I've kind of mentioned this, but that they have the girls back, on defense. So for Uniontown, it's going to be challenging with those runs, but Sadie Hostetler had a nice run there. Just too many Lady Jaguars back to kind of, hinder her opportunity to get a shot on goal. But when you get in that situation and you're up a couple goals, you're not going to take chances. You're gonna slow it down
and here's a chance, John. Murtha forced the Lady Jags to retreat all the way back to King, and now it's going to be working out of the corner. Uniontown's Adeline Harisi nearly able to take it away. Ball now to the center line and across midfield. Working left to right are the Lady Jags. This kick going to go wide, I would suspect, of the intended target. The Lady Jags are able to save it, though, before it gets to the sideline, and now they're going to try to work it back to the middle. And here's an opportunity for a shot. No, that one will get through. Nice little dribble there for Thomas Jefferson to reset themselves, and then a kick goes wide from number 5, Aubrey Little.
Little's been active, Josh, the whole game. Last couple of chances, though, she's been a little bit off target. But Kendall went over there and made her move to push the ball anyway. So Kendall has been on tonight, and really, you're facing shots like this. These are not sleepers. They're smoked pretty good. So
yeah. Kendall Nels has turned away a couple of rockets tonight for sure.
We have 20 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and would really like to see the Lady Raiders just get something past the keeper here, Allie King, and just to have that to show. And sometimes Josh, when you're in a kind of a phase where you got a young team against an experienced squad, you try to look at the little things to build upon. And I'm sure that's what Coach Baker wants these girls.
I would agree with that, certainly.
Josh,
throw in for Uniontown, back to White.
I'm sorry, sir. Just real quick, while we're here, besides soccer, do we have anything else upcoming for our fans here?
We are planning to bring a volleyball match to everybody tomorrow evening. Ringgold and Uniontown. That'll be tomorrow, a 6 p.m. start for JV. And we'll be back here at Bill Power Stadium with soccer Tuesday night. That'll be boys soccer. And we are planning in about 2 weeks' time to cover a soccer doubleheader between, I believe, Uniontown and Southmoreland, at least on the girls' end of things. We'll have girls and boys that night. The girls will start near 6 p.m. and the boys at 7:30 p.m. So we'll have that for you as well. And we are currently working on our camera. And
Sarah White, Josh, she was took that from the 25, so that was about 74 yards away. Nice job by Kendall Nails to scoop up that before any danger.
yeah, great job by Kendall. And John, I should mention this too. You have reminded me, and I mentioned this briefly during our previous volleyball broadcast. We are looking for students at Uniontown Area High School to assist with these broadcasts in a variety of ways. Good job there by White using the body to block that. And the Red Raiders are going to try to clear. They're struggling to do so right now. The Lady Jags will stay on the attack. And then coming through, the Lady Raiders nearly able to steer this away, and they will send it out of play. That'll get Nels a breather. Nels, again, over the last few minutes, has been under attack.
Now, sometimes, Josh, these ladies, the ponytails, I can't see who was on that. Was that Charlie down there with the blue shoes?
I don't believe that was Charlie. Charlie Murtha right now is sort of in a center back position with what appear to be almost pink colored shoes. She's moving toward our sideline. Corner kick coming, and so Uniontown's going to drop some defenders back to the goal to help Kendall Nels. Kick comes out of the corner. It's a good kick. Dropped in the middle. They wanted a head tip in there, trying to get one over top of Nels. That won't happen. And this ball is going to roll out of the opposite side. Thomas Jefferson again will reset themselves. They are going to send number 2 into that corner this time. That's Avery Koa.
TJ with another corner here. Sometimes, Josh, at these corners, if you keep kicking them out, they're going to just kind of keep going. And there's
and that one gets off some bodies. Uniontown going with that almost wall-style defense to protect against just that. And Thomas Jefferson able to guide one through off a body or two. So much traffic there, John. It's hard, I think, for any goalie to be able to be on top of that type of play. You really are counting on your teammates to help you out there a little bit. And Uniontown had done a good job at preventing that from happening earlier. This one, unfortunately, for the Lady Raiders, able to get through.
And Josh, now it's going to be, since it's 6-0, there's a rolling clock. Now, of course, we already kind of said, soccer, not too many stoppages.
Right.
But if there is another goal, they're not going to stop the clock, keep running the clock. I believe if there's some kind of a foul or anything like that, I'm pretty sure they'll just keep playing it out unless there's timeout or something. So right now, a little bit of a spot for Uniontown that's tough, but TJ was pretty good on that corner. I mean, nice execution, and we're able to get the goal. Here comes another run here for the Jags, and
good work by Nels to knock this one away. And right now, Uniontown trying to get control near the byline. Lady Jags will come up with it. A big kick toward Nels. Nels is going to catch it. Made that look easy, did Kendall, and now Kendall will kick it away. She wanted to come our way to Hostetler, but the kick has jumped, and the Lady Jags are going to retain possession pretty deep into the Uniontown zone, not far from the box. Hostetler trying to get the ball back for the Lady Raiders. 15 minutes and 10 seconds here to play tonight.
That's a good play there. Let's see what is that Hostetler?
This one is going to get away from Uniontown on the far sideline, John. I believe that may have been number 12, Ellie Carey, or maybe even Jacobs on the far side. Kristen Jacobs, number 16.
Ellie's out there. And I don't know, Josh, maybe I'm the guy to always announce the kids with the other sports. But being a reporter, of course, I get around. And Ellie Carey, Josh, is a very accomplished diver. I believe she has the school record. She won the WPIAL meet last year. So Ellie's a multi-talented girl. She's, of course, a track and field.
Nice quick in there.
And the carries, Josh, as much as they run distance, a lot of them are very good at pole vaulting. And Joe told me it has nothing to do with his abilities. But he is their coach. But he never did the event. So some pretty neat little facts here about what these young ladies do in their other activities. And most all these girls do too. Josh, I see, are great students. So it's a nice little thing to show that they're not just leaders on the field, but in the classroom as well.
Absolutely. Ellie Carey,
Now,
great young woman, and very, very athletic, as this ball is knocked away from Uniontown's number 22, Abby Horner, who just a moment ago had a great effort down near the Lady Jags goal. Horner has moved very, very well for Uniontown so far. Ellie Carey is going to try to lean into Horner or Murtha, and it's Hostetler who comes out with it. Hostetler takes the center lane, now moves it far away. Ball going to come back to the middle, and the Lady Jags boot this one all the way back past the center line. And John, this could be trouble. Coming back the other way for the Lady Jags. Nels will charge out, and the ball is going to be moved just to her right and into the goal. And good job there for Thomas Jefferson leading in.
That's 24 again.
That is O'Hare, Chloe O'Hare.
She's got Josh. I'm excited to say this, Josh. Chloe O'Hare just got the brace.
Oh yes,
You
she
know what
does.
that
Two
means.
goals.
There we go.
Well, John, we're hoping she
And it
does
is-
not get the hat trick or the super hat trick. Neither one of us have a ball cap on, and I don't believe Don Bell or Randy Randolph would like to lose theirs tonight.
And we are at 7-0, as they say in other aspects of this game. Mr. Bell, I've heard him use the terminology many times.
So again, for any students who may listen to this broadcast in the future, we are certainly looking for as much student help, that's why we're doing this, as we can get. We would be interested in a student who would like to join the broadcast as a commentator, working color with myself. We would also be interested in a camera operator. We are testing out right now some new camera movement. We have tried to move the camera as necessary on the wide view that we have with this particular model. We cannot get the whole field, and right now I have a device attached to the camera that has allowed me to move it over the last few minutes. We're going to say patent pending on the Scully device here, but we're trying to get some camera movement as much as we can, but certainly a camera operator, if that might be something to your choosing, someone who wants to serve in the role of a producer and help with the equipment, help with the broadcast, and format that broadcast. And eventually, when we have a score bug connected to this broadcast, we want to have somebody operate that too. That also could be the role of a producer or director, if you will. Nice save here by Nels. So certainly we are interested in those people. And if you think that could be something for yourself, reach out to those associated with UHS Talk at the high school, or you can email me directly, joshua.scully@uasdraiders.org. We are planning on doing this the entire year, so we have started with volleyball and soccer. This is our second broadcast, and truthfully, everything has gone relatively smooth tonight, sans a few issues with the camera, nothing critical, and the issue with the title that was generated when we went live. Unfortunately, it labeled this as a Uniontown Albert Gallatin volleyball match, and I don't believe I will be able to edit that until after the broadcast is concluded. So I'm sure that may have created some confusion. But again, right now we're working out the kinks. We're trying to get toward a perfect product, one step of the way at a time. And here's a nice move by Hostetler, and Hostetler now going to threaten just outside the box, and she's going to keep control, misses the defender, here's the kick and goal, and it goes just wide. Sadie Hostetler, oh so very close there. And John, I think if Hostetler is able to get that one where she wants it, just a bit more to the left, she may even beat Ellie King, who was very, very deep in goal there, had really not stepped out to challenge, and had surrendered virtually everything in the net to her left.
Yeah, Josh, that was probably Lady Raiders' best opportunity to score. I know they had a couple shots on the target, but that would have, like you said, if that would have been, I mean, really close to scoring there. But you got to give the girls credit. You know, you're down 7-0. I mean, running clock. And 10 minutes to go, and Sadie.
And here's Sarah White shot.
Yeah, and Sarah White as always. There's a nice shot, a little bit wide. Wide right there from Sarah if we're looking at it from our angle here. But yeah, Sadie and Sarah, you know, they just keep pushing and keep running. So I'm sure Coach Baker's happy with the effort. And sometimes, you know, just doesn't always translate to wins and losses, but really it's teaching moments here. And as we said earlier, and a few times here on the broadcast, Josh, very young team. I believe just 2 seniors. And Sarah White's one, and I believe it's Miracle.
Yes, Miracle Mosley and Sarah White.
So yeah, just 2 seniors. That's not a lot. There's a nice free kick there.
And this one, John, is off the hands of Allie King. And is it in? No.
Oh, wow.
Just saved by Allie King. My goodness, John, I thought that was it. I thought Sarah White actually had it on the kick.
And Sarah White there, Josh, what were we at? 33 yards away or so?
Yes.
And so that, I know I had said this, but man, Sarah.
Okay, New York cannot challenge that one.
Sarah can really put a nice job on there. And that, because King Josh had to get up to stop that, the Lady Raiders get a corner kick here.
Ostetler going to try to drop it in. And it goes off a few bodies, John, and it's right at the line. This one now down the byline. The Lady Raiders are going to maintain control. Here's a boot that goes just wide. And the Lady Raiders refusing to fade into the night here. Some great opportunities. And they are making Allie King work out of the net.
Yeah, Josh, that was Uniontown's first corner kick of the match. I mean, there hasn't been a ton tonight, just 5 total. But for Uniontown to get that is a great job. And Sarah, man, she gets those free kicks, buddy. I'm telling you. She can't put them in there. Her right boot, as they say. Gosh, Josh, I feel like I was talking to the English guys. 33 yards away, did a great job. And I mean, I'm gonna, you know, I know it's this is a Uniontown broadcast, but I got to give credit to King. She made a nice stop there. Because I mean, Sarah had it, you know. And there's Kendall out the challenge, and she brings it away. Back to TJ, though.
Thomas Jefferson seeing if they cannot expand upon their lead with 6:34 to play. Ball going to pass through the box and chase to near the byline where it gets away across that line. 6:22 and counting. We want to thank everybody who watched tonight, and we encourage you to check us out again in the future. Again, we are looking for as much student help as humanly possible. This is a great opportunity for students to work in that producer or director role, to be part of the broadcast, on air, to operate the camera. John and I have managed those roles tonight ourselves to the best of our ability, but we are looking certainly for help in the future, and we are very excited about where this could go for our students at Uniontown Area High School. So please, if you think that this could be of interest to you, we want to hear from you. We want to get you involved as soon as possible. We will be broadcasting multiple events per week. This is our first foray into soccer, but we are hoping to do more, and we are certainly, too, even by next week, hoping to polish up the few remaining kinks that we know to exist. And in that way, we thank you for your patience tonight in joining us and watching this match.
Josh, if I could, sir, I would like to say something to the students.
Sure.
If anybody is listening. We graduated, buddy, about 21 years ago, and I think this opportunity, if I'd had it, then I would have definitely taken it. I know hindsight's 20/20, but if you're interested in media of any kind, I mean, this is your chance, and it's wonderful. You get to do something that a lot of people do, something you love and make money at it if you can get in the business. So. Yeah, please give Josh an email if you want to be involved.
Yeah, and you could also talk to, as this one gets away from Holstetler, off of her foot, and Thomas Jefferson
will
will reset themselves with 4:33 to play in a 7-0 game. Lady Jaguars certainly have done a very good job. They're going to head back to their Monticello-themed high school tonight with a win, but it was one they had to work for against this Lady Raiders team. And here is Hostetler still working, splitting defenders, gets this one over to Murtha. Murtha back to our wing. Now Horner goes middle. Hostetler breaking defenders, now top of the box. This one off a friendly foot, and King has to dive to save one off the foot of her own teammate. That one nearly got through for Uniontown. And now King just wants to get this ball cleared out, and the Jags have a little bit of difficulty doing so there. Here's Uniontown again on the attack off the far wing, and this one will get away on a through ball, John.
I don't know, Josh, what Coach Joe Everhart's going to have Sadie run tomorrow. But, Coach, if you're listening, be easy on her. She's run a lot tonight, as has Charlie, Murtha. But these girls, Josh, it's amazing. They don't get tired.
No, they do not. The Uniontown team has truly been excellent. I think they have all the reason in the world to be pleased with their effort here tonight. 3:20 to play.
If we got in a weekend men's adult soccer league, how do you think we'd handle ourselves?
I would be very, very, very poor at this, John. I have no reason to mislead you.
I don't think it's something I would be doing. I mean, if I would, I'd say ambulance on standby with some oxygen. But yeah, soccer is a very tough game, and I mean, the abilities to get it up and down the field is amazing, and you know, it's maybe in this area it's not as understood as some of the other sports, but the effort is just as invaluable. I mean, you got to have amazing abilities with your feet, obviously. I usually just stumble walking down the stairs, so you know. We got to work on that a little bit on our end, Josh, but that's why we're up here. Right?
Great stop by Nels. My goodness, she comes charging out and turns it away. The Lady Jags, though, able to cut off the clearance, and they're going to continue to threaten off of our wing. Here's the kick off a body.
Yeah, let's do that. It's down there, Josh.
Great effort for Uniontown. With 2 minutes and a few seconds to play, John, I believe that was number 14 for the Lady Raiders.
She's with the blue shoes.
Isabel Roderick.
Okay, well, she made a great play earlier, Josh. I couldn't identify her. I kept saying the girl with the blue shoes. So, you know, my apologies for not recognizing it. But, Josh, you see here we go, another chance for TJ. A little bit wide there. Kendall goes out to challenge it. But anyway, you know, you see the girls, Josh, and you look at the numbers sometimes, and it's like, you know, it can be a little bit challenging. Maybe it's just my bad vision, but but it is. You got to really keep an eye on this game. It's football.
Very fast
yeah,
paced.
when we're watching a football, Josh, or a volleyball, you know, we know kind of okay they're going to take it from here, but this you don't know where it's going to go, and you have to have some pretty quick eyes to do it.
Lady Raiders drive this one out near the center line. Ball rolls away. Chase offered there by Horner. 53 seconds to play, 7-0. Thomas Jefferson will be picking up a win in 3A Section 3.
Yeah, 3-0. Thomas Jefferson in this section. I'll say 3-0-0 because there are draws. And so, as far as I know, they're at the top of the standings. Well, they are. At least tied. I don't believe they had played. They played South Fayette, Josh, September 15th, and when I was doing my work in Washington Observer Reporter, I saw South Fayette. They are the two-time defending Whipple champs, and another nice save by Kendall Nails here. So we're going to see what TJ can do down the road, and looks like they're going to be pretty good. Lady Raiders, obviously. Just going to have to work on some things. But I think Sarah White, Kendall Nails, great job. Sarah White, Martha, Hostetler, just a good job with the defense and playing tough balls. Just couldn't get as much offensive generated as they like. But against a team of this caliber, I still think it's a supreme effort. And Josh, I know you have probably some housekeeping things to go over, so I will turn the floor over to you, and you can handle your business.
We want to just thank our sponsors again tonight, HK Equipment Group, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, MikeKellyToyota.com, Magistrate Jason Cox, White House Cottages LLC at gmail.com if you're interested in any more information about them. Henry and Stewart Audiology Incorporated, Kurt's Family Restaurant, Costable Construction Incorporated, Gavco Materials Inc., Pump Station Construction, King Physical Therapy and Fitness, Marcon Building Supply Incorporated, First Federal of Greene County, Roderick Upholstery Mobile Unit, DeGespy Funeral Home and Crematory, Rodehaver Excavating, Perkins Painting Incorporated, all have helped our soccer program so far this year. Great match tonight. We want to thank our public address, the voice of Uniontown Soccer, Randy Randolph. We want to thank Donald Bell, who always does a great job as our clock keeper. We want to thank you for listening tonight. We did have a few technical issues, which we are continuing to work on, namely our camera feed and the camera movement itself. You probably noticed, and I certainly apologize, the camera did not always pan with the action of the ball. There is a setting on this camera that allows for that. We are fine-tuning that in order for that to happen the way that it should, and we do believe by Tuesday we're going to have that figured out, and we may have by Tuesday a score bug-esque feature that will have at least the score for you on the screen, if not the time, and that is also a work in progress. But John, our goal with this broadcast, we want to get better each time, and this is our second total broadcast. We did one volleyball match last week, soccer tonight, really great effort here from Uniontown Soccer. We'll have volleyball again tomorrow and some soccer for you again next week. A step in the right direction, John. Now we just want to get some students involved, and we're hoping, too, that we'll be seeing that very soon. Students, if you're interested, you can check out the Uniontown High School athletic staff, Mrs. Cribble, Mr. Kaufman, both good contacts to get involved with this broadcast, or myself. I teach at Mark Clay Middle School, American History, Joshua.Scully at UASDWriters.org. We can have you involved in just about any way, from operating the camera to serving as producer to working on air with myself as a commentator. All of those roles are possible, and we are eager to see who will step forward and help us in that way. Could be the beginning of something really incredible. We certainly believe it will be. John, thank you again for joining me and for stepping out to take a swing here in the world of soccer. And hey, we were a little rusty, at least for myself. It had been a long time since I worked in this capacity for soccer, but I do think we did just okay enough to build on for next week.
I believe we did. We made it through the shift, as they say. Real quick, Josh, I just wanted to say, I know time's of the essence here, but Kendall Nails, I had her for 13 saves. She faced 20 shots and 13 saves, and that's a good point for Kendall. I would say, great job. We had mentioned Sarah White, a lot of key plays. A couple opportunities there to score on that one free kick from about 33 yards out. Just didn't get it through. Thomas Jefferson, they had a lot of contributors, but I think you could tell tonight that's why they're at, I think they're 5-2 overall, 3-0 in the section. But Uniontown has opportunities, and I believe they're going to keep getting better, and that's really what it's about. And hopefully some students can come and check this out and get that chance, because the experience is invaluable, and really that's what's going to be key for these kids that are interested in media, communications, what have you.
Definitely. I agree completely. And John, I will leave a final thought of my own. I think for a significant stretch of this game, I would say from around 15 minutes remaining in the first half to at least the first 9 or 10 minutes of the second half, Uniontown really dictated the course of this game. They denied and denied defensively. They had some really good offensive looks, just off the mark by a matter of a few feet. And I do think, although Allie King, the goalie for Thomas Jefferson, obviously is quite good, I do think they may have caught her out of place at least twice in the second half. So I think there's a lot to build on here for the Lady Raiders.
Yeah, Uniontown only they had 3 shots on King. She stopped all 3, so they give her the shutout or clean sheet, as they say in this game. But their defense was very good too, and Uniontown had some opportunities that they got knocked away, cleared, and they missed, unfortunately, like especially with and the one with Sarah White that King just pushed over the bar, and then they had the corner kick, just couldn't finish.
Yes.
So a couple key moments there, they could have got on the board, and once Thomas Jefferson was up about 5, they started to really kind of sit back. Which that's what a team will do. I mean, no matter who you are, you're gonna protect that lead. They don't have any kind of penalties for stalling in soccer. So great job, Josh, as always, sir. I appreciate you having me on, and hopefully there's some students can get on. But I have a lot of fun coming back and watching the Red Raiders in action.
Absolutely, John, and we're grateful to have you. That's Jonathan Guth of the Uniontown Herald-Standard, a former Uniontown Red Raider. He is an alumni. And for him and myself, Joshua Scully, we bid you a good night. Thank you for checking us out on UHS Talk. We will be back in action tomorrow with a volleyball match between the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Ringgold Rams. Expect us to be online sometime in the ballpark of about 5:45 p.m. for that match. You will hear